Hello everyone, today's lesson is lesson 83, Properties of Geometric Solids. So geometric solids are shapes that take up space, okay? Even if real world objects that are similar to these might not be completely solid, okay? We can make three-dimensional models of geometric solids, but they're kind of hard to draw on paper because paper is flat. To have a sense of depth when we draw solids, we include some hidden edges in line, and those are the dotted lines that you can see. Okay. All right. So we have a couple different shapes that we see most common. We have cubes, rectangular prisms, pyramids, cylinders, spheres, and cones. Okay. So the flat surfaces of rectangular prisms and pyramids are called faces. That's the flat part. Okay, so that's going to be this flat part here. That's called the face. Okay. A cube is a regular solid that has 6 congruent faces. In other words, it's got 6 sides. The opposite faces of a cube are parallel, and the adjacent faces are perpendicular. Okay. Where 2 faces meet, we call that an edge. So basically it's the lines. All the lines would be edges. Okay? And then the point where 2 edges meet is called the vertex. Okay? So there's a vertex at every point. The plural of vertex is vertices. Okay? So a cube has 8 vertices. Okay? And it has 12 edges and 6 faces. Okay. Rectangular prisms also have different types of line segments. Okay. So a rectangular prism also has edges, faces, and vertexes. So this shape here, it says to name it. So if we look at my map, it looks like a rectangular prism because it's made up of rectangles. So this is called a rectangular prism. Okay. Then it says how many faces does it have? Well, if we count, we can see that it has a front and a back. So that's 1 and 2. It has a top and a bottom, and that's 3, 4. And then it has a left and right side, which is 5, 6. It's kind of hard to see, but there are 6 faces in a rectangular prism. Okay. All right, this next one says, what is the shape of a basketball? Well, a basketball is not a circle, because a circle is flat. So a basketball is what we call a sphere, because it's 3-dimensional. Okay. Right. It says, name this shape and identify its congruent parts. Okay, so if we look back at our list, that shape is called a pyramid. And you should recognize it because it looks like the pyramids you see in movies or if you go to Egypt. So, pyramids have 4 congruent triangular faces. Okay, and in this case, it has a square base. So the bottom is a square, and then it has 4 triangular faces. Okay. So 4 triangular faces. Oh, I already have that written. And 1 square base. Okay. Are any of these faces parallel? No, because they all come to a point. And so none of them are parallel. Okay. This one says, name this shape and identify its congruent parts. Well, you should recognize this. This shape is a cylinder, okay? And on a cylinder, we have 2 circular faces, okay? And the circles are congruent and parallel to each other. All right. On this one, it wants us to name the geometric shape of these real-world objects. So a brick. So if you think about a brick is a rectangular prism. Okay. A soup can is the same as a cylinder. An ice cream cone is a cone. That's why we call it a cone. And a shoebox is called a rectangular prism. Also, we can also call it a rectangular solid. Okay, either one is fine. Okay, so this question says, this pyramid has how many triangular faces? So you can see that there are 1, 2, there's 1 at the back, 4, 3, see the dotted lines, and 1 on the left side, 4, which is 4. So there are 4 triangular faces. And then it has only 1 rectangular face down here at the bottom. How many edges does it have? Okay, well, let's count the edges. Those are going to be the lines. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there are 8 edges. And then it asks how many vertices does it have. So remember, that's the points. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We have 5 vertices. Okay? All right, and that's it for this lesson. Good luck on your homework.